When we use the grammar of graphic terminology, the plot types are considered to be geometric shapes. So those geometric shapes, they describe how the data is being displayed. Okay, so in order to do that, we are going to use geom, which is short for geometric argument to qplot function. Okay, let us look at this example. Say, for example, we want the scatter plot, right? So let's come here and say we want the scatter plots, right? So let's come in here and say empty cars, for example. So we want this column, we want to convert it into a vector. So this ensures that the variable psych is of the right type. Okay, and then we come in here and say now we have managed to convert this, and we come here and say qplot, right? So what we want to do is we want to use this variable, okay, and then it's miles per gallon, and our data set is empty cars, right? So if we want, for example, to change the plot type, as I did mention that the plot types are considered to be geometric shapes, right? In this case, we're going to use this geom argument to specify. Say, for example, we want box plots, so we're going to specify here box plots, right? And if you run this now if we look at this box plot, right, so observe that now we have this variable in the x-axis. So in this case, this variable was categorical, but it was stored as numeric. So you should be careful. So this variable represents the number of cylinders. So it is a categorical variable, but it was stored as numeric, right? So such variables like this one, in this case, have to be converted to vectors to ensure appropriate representation of your particular graphic that you want to plot, or a particular graph or a particular plot, right? So it is better to make any necessary conventions within the data. Now, in this case, we have specified the geom argument within qplot, and in this case, we had boxplot, right? So this is one of many geometric functions that can be found within the ggplot2 package. So in order to have a list of all the other geometric functions, I'm going to use regular expression, and I'm going to say within this package ggplot2, okay, what I want, I'm going to set this value to true. So what I want to do now is I want to list, or want to have all the list of all the geometric functions that are within ggplot2. And if we run this, so these are all examples of these plot types. So we want to look at some of them, the highlighted one, like for example, we have geom underscore histogram, we have geom underscore dot plot for the dot plot, we have also geom underscore count and geom underscore bar. So we want to look into these some of these geometric functions and how are they used when it's come to ggplot2, right? So for example, this one, geom underscore align is best used when it's come to time series data sets, because this function ensures that the x values are plotted from low to high by reordering. So what it does is that it reorders the coordinates before it plots them, right? So it's mostly used in time series. But in this case, we want to see how can we use some of these geometric plots. Say for example, we just want to use geom underscore boxplot. So we can come and say qplot, then we pass in the number of cylinders and miles per gallon, and then we pass in the data set, which is empty cars. Okay, and then I come in here and say geom underscore. You see, it gives me a list. So if you come here, you observe that we have quite a number of options, right? So R provides us with a number of options, but in this case, we want to use geom underscore boxplot. And if I run this, so you observed we now have a different kind of a boxplot from previous one, because this one has boxes on top of the scatter plot. So instead, what this do is that the box plots are drawn over the top of a scatter plot. Okay, but we are going to go over each of these useful functions, such as geom underscore box plots, and we also want to make use of histograms. So we're gonna head over to R, and also we're gonna see how can we have how can we combine plot types, and we are going to do that next.